be really good.
That would be
Put a
great.
sticker. It's like.
That's right, Free Palestine. I should put my website on there.
You want to sit the piano?
Dude, yeah. I mean, shit, I don't really know, man. I've kind of been doing the same shit.
What is? Okay.
That's the 2-5-1 I've been practicing. Sick, right?
I don't even know. Okay, fine. Show me that shit.
So, yeah, it's I've been practicing this.
First of all, where is it? Does it come from the voice leading exercises?
It's just something I found online. Turns out, here's the cool part. When you have a minor, there's a really good trick you can do that's really basic and simple
Okay.
that I didn't think about. I don't know why I didn't think about it. The minor is going to 5, going to 1, right? Regular. So this minor can always be made because it's going here, right? The 2 going to the 5. The 2 can be made, if it's going to 5, it can be made dominant.
Yeah.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Why could it be made dominant? Well, it's leading to the 5. It could be a 5-5 instead of 2, right? So instead of this, you can always do.
Yeah, of course.
Why is this important? Well, boy. If you turn this into a dominant chord, then all the miracles of dominant chord stuff, like this, all the stuff, all the cool dominant stuff, all of a sudden, you can do that on a 2-5-1. Just make sure you turn the 2 into a 5-5, from a minor, into a 7, and then do all your magic stuff that you know onto 7th chord. How much cool stuff do you know on 7th chord? A million things, right? So turns out, every 2-5-1, you can actually use all of that on the 2. Right. So and then harmonically, so like that's it.
I see.
Because that's a cool 7th chord.
Here's the real question in my mind of that. Because like, yes, anything can be. You can always have the 2 as dominant, but like, what are you differentiating by the nature of making that 2 instead of a minor, making it a dominant? Are you differentiating how you treat it as the 2? Other than just being another 5, like
no, I'm not. It just becomes a 5-5.
Okay.
That's right, and that's the whole miracle. Like you can become distasteful with that, right? Abuse it. But if you don't abuse it, the magic is that there's so much cool stuff that happens with dominant chords. All of a sudden, we're dealing with all these diminished in there. All this stuff all of a sudden comes online. And this chord, which allows now.
In the thing that you so play your original thing. That
So minor chord.
Yeah. Okay.
I decided to make it a 7 next.
Yeah.
But now I want a voice lead.
Yes.
You always want a voice lead.
Well,
So
that's
okay, so
what was really
what
special
can I?
about it.
Of course, but that's right. Exactly right. That's exactly right. So you can not just turn it into a 7. You can play the minor first, then turn it into a 7, and then go to the 5. Now, how much voice leading opportunities is that? Endless. So minor. Just a sus chord, nothing special.
Okay, but that second one that you did, it looked like and then
sharp 11 9.
Okay, I almost thought you were going to be there. Yeah, I see.
So
okay. So, but your original. How did you voice the first one?
octave.
Oh, it's just.
Just
Oh, I see.
I don't double it
Okay,
anymore.
I see.
Oh, you played this one.
Yeah, of course. It's
That's
just
right.
like I
know.
I forget how tasty these things are in their like simplest form. So, what was it?
That's right.
Just see, I
1 7 3.
yeah.
That's right. really like this. I really like this old school 5 chord. It's so beautiful, right?
Yeah.
So
That's oh. Wait.
you know what it is, dude? You know what this is? Play a C7 chord. A C in the bass.
Oh.
Play a E diminished. You know that.
Yeah.
All you do
Yeah, it's flat
is you
nine.
raise the
5.
second note. That's it. That's the formula. Every chord now you can play that. Do this from F. Do this from F.
Okay.
That's right. Do this from B flat. That's right. How cool is this old school
Yeah,
5 chord? Every
chord.
Christmas song, every
Yeah, that's what it
of
reminded me
course,
of, like
yeah.
chestnuts roasting. Yeah.
That's it. How
Yeah.
beautiful is this freaking 5
Yeah,
chord?
I guess
Jesus.
I don't think about flatting. Yeah. Is that it?
That's it. How do you know that that's it? Lower the second note, and you get that banal cliche
But
diminished
sharp-
thing that everybody
Sharp
plays.
5 flat. I always think of sharp 5 sharp 9.
That's
But-
right.
but-
no,
yeah, sharp 5.
yeah, they all go together.
It's like the.
That's right. But there's
Yeah.
this unique color, like a
To-
New Yorkie.
I know.
30s
Yeah, totally.
thing. That's cool, right? So then.
Ah. Yeah. Okay. Diminished.
Yeah, you borrow.
And are you thinking when you do that? Because I do that a lot. I'm also so you know Miguel Atwood Ferguson.
Yeah.
He uses that all the time. The diminished.
Yeah.
Like the
You
one.
borrow from
It's one of my favorite
yeah.
chords.
Yeah.
But are you thinking of that as an A dominant? Like
No,
over?
I don't. I hate this type of shit.
Yeah.
I don't like. I'm too. I need too much control. I always need a theory of everything. I can't like. I need to. How does this relate to the bass? Makes me feel a lot calmer. So if I can understand that, then the next bass that comes, I need like it's something that relates. I can't
can't-
start
it can't be
thinking of
super-
C.
superimpositions.
Yeah, I mean I can't start thinking in C sharp triad over F triad over A triad. Like,
Yeah.
That's. I also think. I mean, I think of it as like a shape, like. And it's also not quite
And
an
just
A7
all the
anyway.
Yeah. No, it's not. Well, it could be A7 sharp 9 in
Yeah.
that case, but like. But yeah, it's okay, I was sort of trained on thinking in superimpositions. And,
Yeah.
And there's a more like grounded reality that you get from not trying to place something on top of something and just thinking
That's
about the
what I
colors
need.
as it
That's why
relates.
I'm way too anxious to have all these things floating in the air like that. I need to know. So yeah. So and then
Let's just go through that in a little more detail because I still don't have the full voice of that.
I still have to practice with all the other keys too. So
Yeah, so that's that, which I never do. It feels too simple, and because you're doubling the 3 there, like
the 3.
I
Yeah.
never go for that, but that's actually perfect. Yep. Yeah, that's.
And you can let go of that because your melody.
Oh, that's the melody. Okay.
And so here I was debating a lot with myself, thinking, hold on a second, which one is this? Because okay, so is this so it's really this. So that's the cleanest one. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. What if we do it? Which one? They're all different. That's the cleanest one. Oh, I doubled the melody because you have the right to double this.
Yep.
You have the right because it's a melody. So.
Yep.
So I maybe the or maybe with a B flat in the bass. Maybe the B flat in the left hand. This is really I don't like to play F in there because it cheapens it to me. Either C or B flat, and I don't know which one.
Either C or B flat.
Yeah.
Like okay for the double.
But I'm saying the bass. I don't.
You don't.
To me,
do
it
the-
cheapens
the
it a little
F.
bit.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you don't want it to be a
No,
sus chord on
no,
the 5.
no.
It's actually.
I do. I just don't want to play the bass.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
You see what I mean? You see how subtle changing around. The subtle differences, they're all a little
Yeah.
different. Like this is one option, the cleanest ones. Check it out. Check the cleanest one.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Now, okay, so there's also this now.
Yeah. When you're practicing, are you pausing and exploring and thinking
Are
about?
you kidding me?
Like,
I'm about to practice this in all 12 keys. I'm gonna find the best one that I, how
Yeah.
long it's gonna take in my
Yeah.
age. Like, I'm gonna find the best one, the most juicy one. That's what I'm gonna ingrain in my head because it's gonna take 3 months. Okay, that's one. That's one.
You could do that. You could
That's
do
right.
that,
Or you
it's
could.
like-
That's right. Now without the F, B flat on the bass. Yeah. Okay. So which one? You know?
Yeah. I think I like with the F double.
Cool.
Oh, but I want the C in there. I
Yes.
want the C in there.
You want the C in there
And
as
I
well.
don't. Do I want the B? I like the B flat.
Me
Can
too.
it be
I don't
both?
Me
Can it
too.
be both of them?
You know,
Like,
it has to be. Yeah. You can't do the B flat without the C, but you can do the C without the B flat. And which one is juicier? Go figure it out. Like, it's a matter of taste. Yeah, I know, right? Now don't double the F. Just do the. Yeah. Now there's that one. They all feel a little different. They all feel a little different. And so in context, the B flat probably has to stay. But the F maybe doesn't. Because then it's too many doublings.
Yeah, I think you're right. My hands are like fairly big enough
Pedal
to.
it, pedal
And then what was the next one that you did?
it. The Barry Harris one.
Yes, yes, yes. And you're going all the way down to.
Right? Yeah.
Just the.
Well,
What are you
it's
playing with
this
your left hand? Anything else with your left hand? Or you're doing the 7. Okay.
Or not. Or not. Or not. Or not.
Then or like. Okay. Well.
Yeah, so. Yeah.
Would you do it without that?
1 second. Let me hear it. Yeah. Also great. Cleans it up because you're double the 7.
Yeah, it doesn't
'cause
make a
you're
huge
drop through
difference.
7. No, it does. It cleans it up because you're doubling the 7 on the left hand. So
Yeah.
hold on. Actually, it's better that way. That's actually better. It's a drop 3. Actually, that's a way better. You're right.
And
Because
then
then
when
this,
you.
this happens next.
How did you? And show me the. So you're doing 1-6.
It's a drop 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So you're actually. So it's like that. You're not playing the G
I'm
up
playing the
there.
A. I'm just not playing the G.
I see. It would have been this.
Yes, all the drop 2s, 3s would have been that.
Yeah.
Right. That's the
I got
3. The cello, the viola goes down there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then. And you don't move that 6 at all.
You don't have to. The best voice leading is not to move.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So then there's that. That's right. How beautiful.
I don't need that.
That's right.
And then. I know I don't need that.
That's right. That's right.
So it's like these. All of these are going inwards, so that's interesting. It's just the upper.
It's all voice led because this.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but you
Right.
want.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that goes down.
Yeah. All gets voice. The third is not necessary. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect voice leading.
And you don't need the 3 in there? You don't.
Not really. The 6 makes it a major.
Yeah. Yeah. I see. Yeah, because that over
That's
tone.
right,
The
that's
next
right,
over
that's
tone
right.
up is the 3. That makes sense.
Yep. Isn't it so cool? And there's another one I found. That I saw online. This guy is playing it.
Do you just find these on YouTube or like?
Yeah, this is Holgar. So you know Holgar?
No.
Holgar. Really killing cat. He's really great. And I saw him just play some stuff. I'm like, man, that's really crazy. Let me see what that is. And so he was playing. What was he playing?
Another.
Also really cool. I saw him do that one. Super, super sick. So if you so stuff like that, like just these little bits. It used to take me no time to ingrain them into my muscle memory. It now takes forever. If it ever even happens at all.
Me too.
But the good thing is
At
that
old age.
while I work on it, something seems to loosen up in my playing in general. Because I'm insisting to my brain to play things that it doesn't feel comfortable with. So while it may not ingrain this exact bit, you know, as quickly as I want or ever at all,
Yeah.
the dust does get blown off,
It's yeah. I
which
agree.
is the goal, you know.
Man, for me, I found it. So something related, but in a little bit of a different lane is like. I always get the urge to do something else when I put myself into that really hard practice mode. To like if I to go through that and all the keys,
Yeah.
I'll get through 3 keys, and then I'll be like, I need to check Instagram or I
Sure,
need to do something.
yeah,
that,
yeah,
like,
that's okay. But I think the trick here is like this is gonna take 4 months,
yeah,
okay, and you're gonna do a bunch of Instagram in the middle.
yeah.
And so I think just accept that. Just keep coming. I'm learning
Just
like
keep
I just
coming back
have to
for
keep
it.
coming
Forgive
back.
yourself
Yeah.
and keep coming back. Like,
Or what?
yeah.
What's your other alternative?
We'll try to like
Okay,
pressure
try.
your
And
mind
what?
to
And
not.
what? And that's sustainable? You're gonna do that forever? No. No. You're gonna do that for 2 weeks.
Yeah, we've talked about.
Yeah,
that,
you're
like-
gonna.
like-
You're if you can. No, by all means, don't go on Instagram. I'm not telling you to do that, but like realistically, you're gonna
Totally.
not go on Instagram for exactly 3.5 weeks, and then you're gonna start. And what? You're gonna stop practicing then? No, you're gonna keep practicing just to go on Instagram because it's
Yeah.
been 3.5 weeks since you haven't.
Yeah.
And so, most likely, again, it's possible that you're like a superhuman. Most likely, okay. Well, then just I realized just keep coming. You have to negotiate with yourself also. You know, like. It's one of the biggest misconceptions is that will is like a press of a remote control button.
know.
It's like, no, you're going to rebel against yourself. You can't be a tyrant to yourself. So the options, as always in life, are like not great and even worse. You know, so, okay, then let's choose the not great. You're going to be on Instagram sometimes. Just don't stop practicing it. Come back for 3 months. See what happens.
Yeah.
With Instagram, with all the distractions, come back again and again. And that's what I'm trying to do. You know,
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do. And I keep coming back, and it gets better. And
Yeah.
then Instagram slows it down sometimes, and then if I can think of it, I don't go.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do
Put it on
go,
airplane
and-
mode
yeah,
for a minute
Right,
and-
sure. And then I do go, and then it's just with age, everything is still possible. There's nothing you can't learn. There's nothing you can't achieve. If you're older, your brain is slower. You can have everything you want. It's just gonna cost triple.
Yeah, I know.
That's all.
No, that's true.
It's gonna cost 3 times the price it would have costed 24.
Yeah.
That's it. And okay, well, you don't have to buy it. If you want it, it's yours. And so, I just keep coming back. I reconcile myself to the player that I am today.
How many hours are you spending practicing now?
It depends. Not that many. I mean, I find my goal is multiple sessions a day for even like 15, 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel I am the guy who's done the 12 hours a day thing, and I've
Yeah.
at the end,
me
what's
too,
the
a
what's the
long time
quote?
ago.
The quote is
Long
it's
time
not it's the length, not the intensity of a feeling that define a great man or something like that. I forgot whose quote it is.
Just
like,
like sustaining it.
Yeah, and no one cares about these like over romanticized 2 weeks that you did for 12 hours a day.
Yeah. Totally.
You just burned yourself out and then didn't practice for the next year and a half. At least I know I didn't. And so,
Yeah, I know.
yeah, that's
I
a
know.
dumb idea. It's just bad. It's bad. Practice a little bit all the time. Really, like extremely slow, permanent growth.
Yeah.
That's where
Well,
it's
the
at.
thing that I think about in terms of that, like the 15-minute blocks, is, you've emphasized the importance of attention when you're playing, and like you have the exercises that like make you pay attention to what's going on, or else you fail at them.
That's right.
And like, I wonder if I am because I'll do that too. I'll have my laptop and I'll be working on stuff, and then I'll practice for a little bit, and then I'll work
Yeah.
on the laptop. But I wonder if that's training my brain to not pay attention.
Oh, it may well be so. It may well be so. I feel like again, to me it comes down to negotiating with myself in that regard. So the exercises that I do are usually really straining on the brain.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, of course, in some way it's not advisable to switch between tasks in this way. Your performance goes down
but
without
you sort of
without a doubt.
give yourself a break so that then you'll go back. It's like bench
yeah,
pressing heavy
I
amounts.
just find that the only alternative for me is not to do anything, right?
Yeah.
I can pretend like I can pull off the Herculean stuff. I can't. Not for longer than a couple of weeks, and that's the truth. And I have. I'm the guy who transcribed crazy things and played them in all keys and left hand over solo. I am the guy who did the crazy tasks. It really doesn't get you anything. Not really, other than an ego boost that I'm such a special person that I did something crazy like this, and you have this elevated sense of better playing for maybe 2 to 3 months. Right? Okay. And what else does it give you? Nothing. So what I found for myself is it's much better to do really humble tasks all the time, every day a little bit, maybe twice a day.
Yeah. Well, okay.
It just adds up to more. Looking back 5 years back, it just adds up to so much more
So,
than your stupid 12 keys.
In the context of that of that, I'm gonna ask some selfish questions. Because we've talked also about my exercise, like my patterns of, I can get through my full warm up routine in like an hour and a half. That I loved. My mind is centered by the end of it, but it's all mindless exercises.
But that's because you know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Once
exactly.
the task is clear, it's not the problem with these things is not that people are lazy, or myself. I'm not lazy. I'm a really hardworking person. It's just the path ahead isn't that clear. That's what's
uneasy.
That's right. That's
like
right.
I can do my like
That's
my
right. And then
scales,
your
like,
doubts start telling you, am I wasting my
No.
time? Right. But at some point, like it really contributes next to nothing.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
your growing. Look at the year. How much did doing this for a year really make you better?
Or 10 years.
Or 10 years. Like,
you know,
is this really the difference
it
between you
warms
and
me
Herbie
up, for
Hancock?
sure.
Is
Yeah.
that really?
Totally,
I can't remember the last time I heard Herbie play warmed up.
Yeah.
It almost sounds like he's never warmed up.
Interesting.
But it's genius every time.
Yeah.
Because there's something going on in how he's listening.
Yeah, the choices.
The
It's
choices, right? So I'm not telling you, and then you have people like Keith Jarrett that it's both, right? Or
Yeah.
Brad Meldo that it's both.
Yeah, totally.
But really the choices win in
Yep.
the end, you know.
Yeah.
Really, if they didn't win,
So how do you practice the choices
right?
more?
Well, that's alchemy. That's mystical.
Well, and
But
there's
you can practice those things. I try.
Yeah.
I try. For instance, here, can I? Do you remember my 3 listens thingy, where
The-
I try to play?
Oh, and then don't play for
Don't
three-
play for
yeah,
twice.
Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah.
So
It's-
that
that's-
thing. Also, let's try. I haven't practiced this self torture in a while, but I have a whole list of, for example, let me see. So, we're gonna divide phrases
Okay.
into A, B, and C.
Yeah.
So, the beginning of the first phrase is A. The
Mhm.
ending of it, let's call it B,
Okay.
because the phrase can be divided into 2 things.
Mhm.
And C will be some new ditty.
Okay.
So A is right. So that's B.
Okay.
The-
A, B. That's C.
no, no. B, C.
Okay.
Okay, so A. Right. So
Okay.
ta-da-da is just an appendix, like an additional.
Well, if you're help me, you're
So-
dividing into 4. That's
yeah,
4
so-
bars. Is it?
Not on bars, just
Okay.
phrase. So the beginning of the phrase, That's B.
Mm-hmm.
So let's not even call it A B. Let's call the beginning of a phrase
Yeah.
the ending of the phrase and
And
the
then
addition.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, let's or A B or C, doesn't matter.
Okay.
So then addition.
Mm-hmm.
So then C becomes B. You invent a new A, and the addition becomes the end of the next phrase.
Okay. That's a mindfuck. I see.
You understand?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see you do on Instagram doing that exercise.
Yeah. Totally.
You understand what I mean? So we can even write it down because
Yeah.
it's a lot to keep in mind. So A, the
Mhm.
beginning of a phrase.
B is the
B is the ending of a phrase.
ending of a phrase, and
C is a little addition. Now,
and
what
then
I
your
want
next
you to
phrase,
do.
you take that addition and place
and
it
the-
as
as
the
the-
response to the call.
What do you mean with respect?
But
Where?
like
in
the
the A spot, B spot,
B,
or a C?
the B
That's
spot,
right.
the B
The
spot.
ending of the
Yeah,
phrase.
So
Wait, that's the same one. So we
Oh,
need
okay.
a clear A, clear B,
Okay,
clear C.
okay.
Yeah.
well, like now it's in my head.
I
so,
know,
like,
I know. Let's do it.
It's like
Okay, let's decide. Don't improvise
Okay,
it. Let's
okay.
decide on. Let's do it rubato first.
Okay.
I also need to. I can't quite do it that
Okay.
fast. I used to be able to a couple years ago. Now, so let's decide. Let's find. Give me a phrase with a clear beginning and clear ending.
okay.
That's a beginning.
Mm.
Too close. No.
Too close.
Great. So play me
Okay.
A and B together. Great. That's a good A and a B. Clearly the same phrase,
Yeah.
but clearly the beginning. Clearly.
Yeah.
Now find a clear. The answer with a short ditty. Great. Da 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 da. Blah do do.
Yeah, and now.
Great. No. Too close to A.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Okay. Yeah. Oh,
understand?
that's so challenging. Like,
uh-huh. That was
I
your
can't
beat. That
remember.
was yours. You
I-
can't remember. Well, Keith Jarrett can remember, and he fucking plays.
Totally.
He doesn't. He remembers everything.
Yeah.
Brad Meldo remembers. Herbie remembers. He reuses material. Now, should you think like this when you play a gig?
Yeah,
No, of course not.
no.
But you should do this at home,
Mhm.
and this way you start to remember. You're forced. You either fail the exercise or you're forced to remember what you're playing.
Well, I noticed that.
and
I mean,
reuse it, and then that's kind of how great players play.
Well, and then
Chris
eventually
Potter
there's a-
remembers what he plays.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Well, and it creates a thread that eventually, like the masters, keep the thread the whole time.
Oh my god.
Like that's what Keith Jarrett does.
Of
He even said,
course.
I saw him at Carnegie Hall. One of the I used to go every year, and one of the concerts, he was like, it's like playing a game of hacky sack, and you're just keeping it in the air the whole time, and sometimes you drop it, and you have to like reset yourself. But the goal is
He
to
said
just,
that?
Yeah, but you just like, the goal is to keep it in the air and always see where it's going, and always like be with that
That's right.
idea.
And
the
what
thread.
you do at home, is you prepare yourself as many
train your
tools as
brain
possible, so
like
that when you're
meditation.
there,
that you're not even thinking about it.
and
But
you're
it
not, you're
happens.
prepared to catch it anywhere.
Yeah.
And this, I think, is I'm gonna start doing that. That's a brains training, and that's just one formula. Make the C B, make the A C,
Yeah.
make the beginning of the first
And you always
iteration, the ditty, the last ditty of the second
You would
iteration.
normally do it with the blues, like that. is that
I
the
just
beginning of
here's
the
what I
blues?
normally do it on one chord.
Okay.
Because you
One
want
chord.
to you
Alright.
want to you want to put a funk vamp. Why do I say one chord?
Yeah, but it's actually
Because you want to
it's-
focus on the exercise.
and it's easiest to get lost also
That's right.
on one chord. Like there's
Sure.
That's you hear the vast majority of funk players like not keeping any
Right,
sort of
that's right.
motivic thread.
That's right. That's right.
Like
But at the same time, for me, I want to, in the beginning at least, eventually you want to do this on moment's notice,
Mhm.
right? So, or giant steps. But
Mhm,
in the
mhm.
beginning, it's hard enough to
To
do.
just do it
I
on
just
one
don't
chord.
want to worry about chord changes for
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
You know?
So like
So you see what I? So okay. So make the C B.
make the C. Okay. So
Ne-
I'll
or
just,
make
just
the-
on
or-
one chord.
yeah.
So like
B. Where's
That's
the
D.
C? No, it has to come pretty quickly after the B because it has to be in the package
yeah.
together. Great.
Okay.
Sing it back to me so you remember what it is.
Yeah.
Right. So. Right.
Yeah.
So now the do da 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 has to be the B of the next phrase.
Okay.
We can
So-
do it on the blues, whatever you want. Let's see.
Oh, and then
Yeah, some other one. Right. So
Okay.
not being able to do this and forgetting what we're playing is actually called. Yeah. Exactly.
that's the C. Then. It's
Right.
the symmetry of it's
I
fucking
know.
with me. Is it because you have, these are in 4-bar chunks, right?
Sure.
Like no matter how you slice it,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
this type of.
So is the
form.
blues.
Yeah.
Just rounds of 3.
So like, it's the first bar and the second bar are the A and the B, and then somewhere in the next 2 bars is the C.
Sure.
And then you
that's
start
great.
the 4 bars
That's
over.
great. Yeah. That's a really
So-
really useful way. Too close.
Okay.
Not distinct. Great.
Okay.
Great. Distinct.
I lost.
You
it.
understand?
Yeah, you do it. You do it. Show.
I'll try.
Okay.
So this is just training yourself to not be a bad listener. Who literally
Totally.
forgets
Forgets everything
everything
as soon
is
as you did
what
it.
the fuck are you? Why are you
Yeah.
talking? What are you doing? Like
Yeah.
what? You don't remember? Like imagine if you talked to me in English like this.
Yeah, and then like 2 seconds later, you didn't
What
remember
are
the
you
sentence
talking
that was
about?
that
Like,
happened a second ago.
Yeah, but because music
Yeah.
doesn't have syntax, it seems like you can get away with it.
Yeah.
No, you can't get away with it. A great listener is listening for this.
Totally.
Like a great improviser is listening for tell a story in your solo. How many times have you heard that? But what does that even mean? This is what it means. It means this. It means this. So that's hard to do. Let me try. I used to practice in my late 20s a lot. So
Okay. Okay, so yeah, I get it. But keep going, keep going. I need more example of this. I see. Yep.
You
then,
see?
Then the
just one. That's
just
that's a new material. It's all new material.
Man,
the C.
this
And then
is
that.
So hard.
Yeah, and that's just one. I have a full list of combinations and permutations. I used to torture myself. But boy, do you start listening better? Do you start squeezing the juice out of every 2 notes you play? And do you start sounding like the records you look up to when you start doing this kind of shit? Because you all of a sudden start squeezing doing the most with the least.
Yeah.
Because you're listening so hard.
I think about that a lot, man. I think about that meme of the guy with the ladders standing on them,
That's
like
right.
stacked up.
This is how everybody plays.
Yeah.
This is how and this kind of thing forces you to do something.
Put the ladders up.
That's right. Do something with what you played. It's built into the challenge, into the exercise. You either fail it or you play good.
Yeah, well, I'll fail it consistently, but
Oh,
let me try
sure.
again.
Yeah.
Like,
And I like doing it rubato. Don't do it on time.
Okay.
Don't do it on time. Just give
Okay.
me a beginning, rubato, ending. So that's a good beginning of a phrase.
Yeah.
Distinct ending. No, too close. No, again.
okay.
No, that wasn't the beginning. Da 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 da. That's the beginning. That was your beginning.
Was that it?
1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4. Da, 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 da. That's the beginning.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
Distinct second half. Distinct for that. So there's that leap. That's cool. Yeah.
I know it's not really.
Play
it's
the
not
A.
that
No, it's okay.
Not that different.
Okay.
But like, okay.
Well, the leap
That-
makes it distinct. Okay.
Yeah.
Play that again. Play that again. Don't forget it.
Okay.
Da, ba, da, da. Again. Play that again. Great. That's a good beginning. And now a ditty. Now a C.
Okay.
Little C in the end. Stop. Play that again. A and B. That's the A and B. Great. Feel your brain already working.
Okay.
Great.
Then, now another A, a different A.
That's right. B.
Shit.
What was the
That
C?
That was the C, right?
Right. So play that
So,
new A.
or something like that, and then, but yeah. So you transpose
And
it,
then
right?
C, yeah. And that's the C.
Yeah,
That's it. And That's 2 pairs.
And now, if you
You know what's good to do, Greg?
Yeah.
Write it out.
Yeah.
Write. Write them slowly. Come up with.
Yeah.
And also
Yeah.
another exercise. What are we having a hard time doing here? You're having a hard time coming up with distinct material. Great. Just let's do that. Blues. Just forget the exercise.
Okay.
Just distinct phrases.
Doing a different thing every
Yeah,
time. You're trying to.
yeah.
Okay, wait. Let me try it. Let me try
Right.
it.
You see how
Yeah.
it's called motivic playing. You have your motifs have to. That's it. Now something different. Okay. Too
I know,
close.
it's
Don't
too
close to
close.
each other. Cool. That's right. That's right. And take make them short. And
Okay,
Take pauses.
okay.
Take pauses.
I
No,
want-
that was
wanted
enough.
to-
That was enough. That's it.
Okay.
That was a distinct and really developable great thing. Also distinct from the first, now distinct again. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Those are all developable. Because what you have the tendency is you just want to start jamming. Okay, no.
Yeah.
No,
you're
we're
right.
not jamming. We're jamming later.
Yep.
Right now, you understand? Because you started doing the
This is
exercise. and
training. It's
that's
training.
Right.
It's
That's
like
right. You're
it's-
like, well, dude, for me to do the exercise, I have to keep coming up with distinct A, B, and
Those
C.
phrases.
I can't even do
So
that.
now do
I know,
that.
me either.
Yeah.
It's hard. But you understand, like, this is the stuff that,
Yeah.
like, this is what's missing. This is why some people check out when they hear someone play or me play or anyone play. Like, this stuff, the ear recognizes these little connections that the exercise sort of forces you to do. The ear also recognizes the ability to make distinct textures in your melody. The listener's ear is keeping track of all that, not consciously, just something in there. But yeah, okay, so like do this until the end of the year.
Yeah.
Do this between now and Christmas. Every day for 10 minutes. You know what it's going to do to your playing? Look, what sure as all hell is going to do more than playing the same damn scales for the past 10 years. Or like your technique is amazing already. What do you care about that? Keep it warmed up.
Yeah.
But this stuff you won't even need the technique. And I know when I practice this stuff for 30 minutes, I sound so great after that.
I've noticed too when I do that exercise, I do a variation that you showed me a while ago on what you were just showing me. That's a little bit easier, where it's like if it's a blues, you just you do your first phrase and then 2 other phrases.
That's right.
And then the last phrase has to mimic the first phrase.
That's right.
And then just repeat
That's right.
that.
It's all the same theme
It's-
on the same theme exactly. It's all the same stuff.
And when I do that for like
20 minutes?
Yeah, 15, 20 minutes.
become
like,
a
my
different
playing is
player.
actually
Of course.
audibly different
Why?
because I'm paying more attention.
That's right.
I'm paying more
That's
attention.
what's
My mind is
missing.
like in it more. It's like
That's
digging
right.
and seeing. It's
That's right.
Clearly seeing.
That's
like,
right.
Focuses.
That's
like,
right. That's what's missing. That's
That's
what's
what's
missing.
missing for most people.
Most people. Yeah, that's right. That's what's missing. It's nothing. It's literally just that. It's being better listeners to what you yourself. People think that listener pertains to what other people are doing. No. Listener of what you're playing. Becoming a better listener of what's coming out of your fingers.
Well, then you're also listening to your bandmates too. Like
Sure.
if you're actually
you're
in an
that's-
ensemble,
of course.
you hear what's going
Of
on more
course.
from other people. If you can hear more what's going on with yourself.
That's right. That's right. And so I do a much better job hearing other people and interacting with other people on stage than I do listening to what I'm playing. So that's to me that's a challenge. It's kind of at the end of the day as a awareness.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
and that makes
Yeah, it's awareness.
It's awareness.
Completely awareness.
You just played a
Yeah.
bunch of things, then you have no idea that they're developable, so you don't develop them. You don't hear any possibilities for developing them.
You know, I challenge myself. Like I've been doing these solo piano concerts lately, and I challenge myself to stay with the thread and to take an idea and always stick with the idea.
That's
but
right.
I never challenge myself to do completely distinct ideas. And it's
course.
interesting how challenging that was when
Of
we
course,
just tried it.
because it just requires more focus.
Yeah. Yeah, it
It's
requires.
not just
well, it's a
because what
different
happens
muscle, it's a
when
different brain muscle.
what happens with the first thing you described, more often than not, it's just repeating the same idea. That's not called developing anything. I'm sorry, it's not that easy.
Totally.
I know.
Totally.
Okay, I'm gonna be motivated. I'm gonna develop now, and what you really end up doing is
It's
just
just
keep
repeating in a
repeating.
different
No, that's not
keys
called. No,
and
no.
permutations
That's
and-
bullshit.
yeah.
No. That's not developing. Developing is more. Developing is veering away,
Yeah.
coming back, actual permutations.
Yeah, while keeping it in mind.
Keeping it in mind. That's right. So this stuff, for example, this one exercise, like, can really revolutionize, I think, the way you imagine doing this for 10 minutes a day. It's really straining, as you've discovered.
Do you do the exercise where you're like? Do you practice the one where you actually have to differentiate the phrases? Like, is that one that you do in your practice?
I
routine?
did for a while.
Okay.
I did for a while. It's called motivate, because what you want to do is you in order to develop things, you want to generate developable ideas, right? Things that can be developed, that have characteristics of being, and that's right. And you want to be able to play distinct developable ideas,
Yeah.
right? And then what happens when you start trying it? To do it, what happens is your brain just starts producing the sausage of music that it always produces, and you realize, oh, wait a minute, I can't even do that. Oh, no, okay, let's stop the sausage of.
Yeah.
No,
Stop the assembly line.
No.
And like reset.
Actually reset.
Yeah.
Play developable ideas.
Yeah. Okay, can we try that a little bit
Sure,
more? Like,
of
just
course.
like catch me when I'm
You'll
I'm
know.
fucking it up. Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Same shit.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's right. Leave space. No. Yeah. Okay. You could also listen. It's
Yeah.
in there. Listen. Leave way more space than you want,
Okay.
and listen what comes. That's in there.
Okay.
The
Okay.
guy who loves music since he's 6 knows what the next shit is to play.
Yeah,
Let
okay,
him.
okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Listen, it's in there. Take all that you don't have to play. There it is. How little did that take?
Yeah.
Listen. That's right. Listen. What does he want? What does he want to play? Super distinct. Listen more. Listen. That's right, and that's enough. You see how that's enough?
Yes. All that space. Yes.
That's developable.
Yes,
Listen, you'll go.
yes.
Listen, just you think
It's
been
so
a
distinct.
It's
Like-
distinct. You can, and if it's distinct, you can develop it.
Yeah.
It means if you bring that, if that's the C, and you make it a B of the next pair, everyone will recognize it because it's distinct. It's not just a sausage of 8 notes. It's something kind of similar, kind of different. Great exercise. You know.
Keep going for
1, 2, 3, go. Let him tell you. That's right. That's distinct.
I see. My brain wants to do the same thing. In a different key.
Then listen more. You don't have to play anything at all. That's right. That's right. That's distinct. That's right. How hard is that, huh? That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's right. You started developing the previous one, but that's not what you're trying to do. So don't do it.
I'm trying to break it.
Right. That's right.
Totally.
That's autopilot.
Interesting.
Right. It was very musical what you like. It was a development of the previous idea. But is that what you're doing, or are you on autopilot?
Yeah.
You're an autopilot.
Yeah.
Because that's not what you're trying to do.
Correct.
I'm exactly
Correct.
the same way as you.
Correct.
And this is what you're up against right now, and what I'm up against in my we're very similar players and always have been. What this hurdle is, there's an English word for it. It's mediocrity. This is how the average player
Totally
plays.
Yeah.
When you overcome this, this is actually okay. You're on to actually finally something.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
This is this autopilot, just kind of everything is tied in, but not really. But what if you want to make it distinct? Could you? Oh, you can't? Okay, what if you were to build this into the next phrase and develop it that way? Oh, you can't? Like, mediocrity.
You have to shine the light on the roads ahead in these different paths.
That's
so you
right,
can
and be able
actually
to
be
do
cognizant
that.
of it.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Interesting.
That's right. That's what I'm up against, and it's so hard for me, and I haven't overcome it like fully. I'm really just trying, but I recognize these bad habits in my playing, and that's just averageness. That's what averageness looks like under a microscope. This inability to really control the content, and believe me, 90% of the time I play without this ability, unfortunately. Or else I'd be, better, more successful, more creative player. But I'm on this weird cusp of where I really can play that way every now and again, especially when I practice, and I really do hear when someone doesn't, and when I don't.
Yeah,
And it's tough. But that's what this is it. The control, this focus, this ability to control. And I think it's the same with every other domain. It's the same with working out. It's the same with money. It's this ability to really take the universe of where you're playing right now, the universe of finance or the universe of business. You're like that with business. What did the industrialist Carnegie said? Take all of our money, take all of our everything, machinery, give us 4 years and leave us nothing with our organization. And in 4 years we will rebuild ourselves.
Yeah.
Because we have actual articulate control
Yeah.
over the different separate facets of this thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? It's the same with music. It's the same. Do I have control over my finances? Well, I'm okay. I have a nice car. And if you maybe look into it, I maybe don't. It's maybe kind of just a bunch of eighth notes. It's not really. No. Take the 10% from here, put it into that, give it 2 years. That's gonna grow. Then invite this guy to in on this, and that's the same thing. And improve. Actually, control over the world in which you're playing the game.
Yeah, and it's all a universe within ourselves.
That's right. Actual control over this stuff, and
distinct
right. And so.
paths and understand.
And
them.
that's
Ugh. So if I had 1 hour a day, let's just say, to do these.
Oh,
to
you
do
will be
exercises.
exhausted after 20
Well,
minutes.
what do you think I should do? So I'm gonna
This.
let's just say for
Do
the next
this
week.
exercise.
For the next week, I'll do an experiment. Obviously, it takes months, but
Sure.
let's just say for the next week, I spend at least 1 hour every day doing the stuff that we are talking about for
Yeah.
this lesson, and so the voice leading the
I would
that
not
you did
worry about it
at all.
at all.
Okay. And
I
so-
wouldn't worry about it for the next 5 years.
Okay.
It's just because
It's
I
just
think
true.
I think you don't appreciate. I think you don't fully appreciate how many. Back to the meme example. You don't fully appreciate how many ladders you already have.
Yeah, the vocabulary.
And just
that
how
I already-
little you're doing, possibly
them.
with considering how many beautiful ladders are already in place.
Yeah, interesting. Very interesting.
That's an urgent red alert emergency. Compared, not just
Yeah.
for me. I mean, I'm speaking
Yeah.
of myself. I'm doing it
Yeah.
because I like for fun. But really, if I could just do more with what I already know,
So,
it would be to me. This is the okay. So I'm gonna walk it back a little bit. If you want to do that a little bit, do that also a little bit.
Yeah, but then for the hour, let's just say an hour to practice new
Voice
exercises
leading.
in general, whatever they are. So
Yeah,
these
do
are
this for 20 minutes straight
okay.
and see if you can even function after
Do
that.
the exercise of separate phrases or the exercise of
Do
the
the
repeated
the
phrases?
separate phrases first.
Okay.
That's an easier
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
And record yourself
Yeah.
and see if
Yeah.
they're separate.
Listen.
Right.
Totally.
Record this. And then when they're separate, why do I say separate phrases first? Because you build on that with the next exercise. Because that next exercise already requires you to play separate phrases with the A, B, and C. So
Understood.
that they're distinct.
So in the same. So what I do is 15 minutes of the separate exercises and 15 minutes of the of the other attention exercise, and then you've got 30
exercise.
minutes of that, and then maybe
Yeah,
fuck off for
you'll
another
want
30.
to go.
maybe
Yeah,
do something
you'll
else,
Do
like,
something
it's
else.
technical.
Believe me, it's gonna be really.
Yeah, no, I know, because it's hard. It's really hard to do that. When I can get that in for 15 minutes, I'm proud of myself.
That's it.
And
I don't see for people like me and you plenty of things, but really, this is such a big one.
What's the
It's-
highest impact thing?
That's right. It's the highest impact thing.
and so it's going to be the most intellectually
That's
challenging.
Right. That's right. That's right.
It's just the nature. It makes
Becoming a
sense.
better listener of what the fuck you're playing. You're playing it.
know.
You are playing it, and you don't even hear. Not I'm speaking to myself, but like I don't even hear like all the options. I remember my teacher Hal Crook in Boston
Mhm.
wrote me a letter after studying my cassette tape. He was like, "Dude, you're playing so many amazing, cool lyrical ideas, and it's like you don't even hear it. You don't even hear it. This is all
Interesting.
developable
Interesting.
stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not that I don't hear it. I have to really train,
Pay attention to it.
pay attention, and at some point, if you do
Yeah.
this when you're 23, or 18, better yet, or
Mhm.
something. And there's also an intuitive way of learning this from records, which I don't think Freddie Hubbard did my exercises, right? I don't think Bird did either. I
Yeah,
don't
but
think
Freddie Hubbard also had a lot of that stuff baked into repetition. Like
well,
he would
right.
like
Sonny Rollins. So this is just a sort of a backwards engineering way, but this is called, people like in New Orleans were like, yeah, just tell a story, man, tell a story. Like, okay, so maybe for some kind of mind, that's instruction is enough.
yeah.
For my kind of mind, it requires something. I understand. I of course understand and appreciate the instruction, but I just needed a little more granular than that, so that my brain can really get around.
Well,
to
the
doing it.
metaphor, if you can call it telling, for me, I remember when I was in high school, I listened to, I went to Barnes and Noble and bought a bunch of jazz CDs. 'Cause I was trying to study more on jazz. One of them was Kurt Elling live at the Green Mill in Chicago.
Mhm.
Have you ever heard that record?
I think
With
No,
Orbert
no,
Davis on it, and they do a thing called the Double Blues, and Kurt's singing, and he says, when Orbert's about to take a solo, he says, "Tell me a story." He says that right beforehand, and I remember that getting ingrained into my mind, and listening to the story and being like, "That is a fucking story. Like
Right.
that is."
now
Clearly.
why?
Because
What makes it a story?
I remember the metaphors in my mind of like, it was almost like you could say, this guy got up and he walked over here, and then he did this thing, but it's like no, it's like this idea moved over here, and then
That's what it is.
and it blossomed into this thing, and then it contracted, and then it walked over here, and then it interacted with everything, and like it's so clearly from a metaphorical perspective, it's tangible,
Ah.
but it's all internal in this metaphor world.
Because music may not have semantics, but music sure does have syntax and pattern. And the story you tell is within playing
it's parallel
with
to
patterns.
language.
Right. But language has one more thing that music doesn't have, which now it allows people to think they can get away with no bad storytelling. There's no semantics in music. This table means a table. This doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
So language has semantics and pattern.
Yeah.
Music just has pattern.
Yeah.
You play with patterns because what is that? The pattern is A, B, C, and then the C becomes B in the next pattern. So you're playing with patterns. So music has that.
Well,
Oh, what's up?
Well,
Kenneth
What
Crouch.
up?
Well,
Come on, man.
look at this, the piano
Oh.
sound over here.
What's going on?
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I
What's
know.
going on, man?
Hey, brother. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
How's it going?
It's going, man.
Yeah. All right. Come on in. Let's see what the heck's going
Man,
on.
okay.
Yeah, man. We're just sitting down trying to figure out some ways to practice piano.
Oh man,
But yeah, it's been.
You want to join us? You got a drink? Do you want coffee or anything?
I'm cool. I just did a little mix of the pink lemonade with the coconut water.
Nice.
Oh, sick.
Coconut, I mean the cucumber water.
Cool.
Nice.
We're live streaming.
And whenever you're ready.
Oh, you got the cigars.
Yeah, yeah.
Should we
Love
do
it.
that? You want to break from this and
Yeah, absolutely.
hang outside?
Absolutely. Yeah, we can stop the stream.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a lot of.
For any Corey, put me back on. Did you stop it already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, sorry. You can talk.
Okay. Hey, we're gonna stop the stream for the moment. We're gonna go outside and have a cigar. We're here at the recording club, but we'll probably be back. See ya.